If weight is your main concern and you need the lightest possible tent that's going to stand up to the most weather conditions from really good to really bad, the MLD DuoMid is definitely, in my opinion, the one to take a serious look at. So the MLD DuoMid is my ultra lightweight winter tent. I like my Zpacks Duplex, done a full review on, there's a wind and rain test video on it and everything. I've done a comparison video between the MLD DuoMid and the Zpacks Duplex. That's on my channel, you can check it out. I'll put up some cards and I'll put up some tiles at the end so you can go and view them. The Mountain Laurel design DuoMid, not the XL, with the DuoMid XL half inner is what I chose as my ultra lightweight winter backpacking tent. And why did I do that? Why I've chosen the DuoMid over the Duplex for my winter tent is the shape of the DuoMid lends itself way more to winter conditions that are more extreme than the Duplex does. The Duplex has more headroom, more space, but that's comprised of two big flat sides. Now when you're pitching it, because of how the door flaps overlay, you don't really want to point them into the wind like the bow of a ship for the wind to go around, because it's not like a zip. It's two flaps and wind could get in and push it open. If it's driving rain, rain could get in. So it's like the flat side that's kind of going into the wind. And of course, if you've got a lot of wind rushing over it, it pushes it down, and when you get the positive and negative pressure with the wind speed changing, you can get the bellowing effect, which is fine under normal conditions, but in winter conditions that's a different thing. I did get the freestanding kit for the Duplex, but I decided just to get something more proven in winter conditions, and that's where the DuoMid comes in. There's videos on YouTube of it in 50-mile-an-hour winds up the side of mountains and such. There's a nod to it being appropriate for that as well with the number of tie-out points. It's got 16 tie-out points on this tent. It's a pyramid design, so it's at a relatively steep angle, so snow, rain rolls off it easier and doesn't pile up and accumulate on it and push the tent inwards. It just rolls off down the side and doesn't load up the tent. And because it's got the narrow top, it's got less of a surface area for wind to hit. So wind goes around it and up it a lot more easier and flows around it. I guess you could say it's almost like a more aerodynamic shape than the likes of the Duplex. Now, the shape of it, with all those tie-outs, perfect for those stormy winter conditions. Why did I get the half inner then? So the idea is the fabric, although it's winter, this isn't going to be much of a wind block, but if there's any drips, it hits this and it'll stop it. Plus I've got this cover for anything blowing in from any of the sides and just that extra level of protection. I mean, I don't really need the half inner, but I like it for the half bathtub ground sheet and such. Now I made sure that the DuoMid XL half inner fits because I'm 6'2", and I was a bit worried with the DuoMid actually whether I would fit in it being 6'2" with two sleeping mats, my closed cell foam mat, my inflatable mat and my big puffy down winter bag. Am I going to be touching the fly? I was worried about that. Now my feet are touching that, but see that, can you see that mitten hook there? I've not pegged it out, but I'm miles away from the actual tarp itself. Plenty of room here, and I've tied that out and I've tied up the other ones to keep this end off my face, whereas I don't mind that end, the bug net and touching me, especially when I've got this waterproof bag cover. Why a half inner though? Why not the full inner? This is ideal. The big one would be quite a footer, I think. What we'll have to put the pole up through the inner. There's no bugs. I got it for the bathtub floor, and to have it so that if I do use it in the summer, I've got the bug netting. It's my winter tent. What happens in winter, it's likely going to be pouring rain, at least here in Scotland. So when you're out for extended periods, all your gear's wet. No matter what you do, your gear ends up getting wet. You're putting on wet clothes in the morning, you're hiking in wet clothes all day, then you're taking off wet clothes at night, and you're having to store them somewhere. In the Duplex, you just go into it, you can't get changed in the vestibule's too wee, so you'd have to go into the main body of the tent with wet clothes. So with the DuoMid and the half inner, there's a definite separate wet and dry area. So if I sit at the back of the half inner, that's the corner. as you can see, my feet aren't near the edge. If I come round here, I'll give you an idea of how much space you've got in the vestibule. So you do up the buckle and then just zip it, put my arm around the pole, zip it right up. So when it's zipped up, this is how we're rocking. Now of course you can raise it and lower it for more airflow. So tons of space. And if I put my head right at the top of the netting, that's how much space I've got at my feet. Not only the netting, but the actual fly itself, which is away up there. So even with my winter sleeping bag, I've had plenty of room around here so that it wasn't even anywhere near the fly. So, and then when I'm more sort of in my normal position, aye, there's that mad dog out there, look. Where you go there? And then if I sort of slide to the side a wee bit, hopefully this will give you, oh my god. Aye, so you can see like there's hundreds of space. There's hundreds of space in here. I do actually quite like this setup. It just weighs a bit more and it's a bit more footery. But it's, you know, it's versatile, and you can, I guess it's a modular system, so you can have it set up how you want. You could even have the full inner if you wanted. When it's winter time, you're likely going to be in your tent a lot longer. Now, you would think, well, you'd want more room to move about. You've got more head space in the likes of the duplex. Well, not really. It's dark dead early. What you moving about loads for in the dark at night when you're in your tent? Generally, you're just lying there, aren't you? Or sitting up, maybe cooking. There's more height in the DuoMid, but it's in a small, much smaller area than the duplex. It's actually really big. So I don't even have the pole extender in. It's just these 145 centimetre poles, and I've got it set to 145, and as you can see there's hundreds of ventilation down here. So I'm actually going to drop this tomorrow because I want this tarp, you know, I might only want about an inch, this to be an inch off the ground, so I'm going to lower this quite a bit and experiment with it. So there's plenty of height to sit up and cook and to put on your clothes, no worries there. You're more likely to be moving about more in your tent in the summer when you're chilling out, you know, doing whatever, nannying about, getting in and out. You get the doors open. In the winter you batten down the hatches, don't you? So you get in, you're in your half dry inner at the back, and you've got plenty of space. Your wet gear's pushed over into the corner. You can fold your ground sheet over the top of the wet stuff just to protect it from maybe any stuff that's coming in at the bottom. And you've got your grass area where you can cook in. Time in the tent, you're probably going to have to cook in it, especially if it's lashing rain. Because there's a vent hole at the top as well and a good flow of air through it, I don't have any worries about when I'm cooking the moisture causing excessive condensation. You know, cooking in tents isn't advised, but sometimes you can't help it. This is what it's like when I strike camp in the morning. I basically get everything out of the tarp. If it was pouring rain, I could do what I've done outside, all inside. Now if you look, you can see it's quite a big space in there. So I sit in my sleeping nest at the back. I can get all that put away, brought out to the front in its bags. I can collapse that and then move my sit mat, those ones on the side, to the back, and I can then organise everything in the front. So I can essentially pack all my stuff inside the tent. If I crouch down, you can see I can actually walk inside the tent, crouching down. So it's pretty big. So it is. So that's why I opted for this as my winter setup. It made sense. I would be happy if you are careful with pitch placement, campsite selection. It's not for the top of mountains, although you can see people on YouTube that have pitched them there. But in the depths of winter, you're not going to be pitching this to the top of the mountains. You need like a 3 kilogram bomber tent for that or something like that. But I think this is suitable for all seasons. The design, the guy out, the shape, the dual inner, yeah, I think you're good to go. Really glad I got this. It performed really well. Super awesome. It was perfect for what I needed. See that winter hiking? It was honestly, it was perfect. So glad I got the half inner, that wet dry room. It worked out really well. It's a really good system, especially with the dog, because I've got a wet dog coming in, wet muddy dog that I need to dry off, and I don't want her sleeping right up against my good down bag and smelling up all the inside. So she was able to stay out in her own wee zone. I had her like a mini dry area in the wet zone. She actually sleeps inside one of my old down jackets. That's her down sleeping bag inside one of my down jackets. So if you want to go and check out any shenanigans like that, you can check out the Hiking the Length of Scotland videos, specifically the sort of Christmas period. Right, so I'm going to go. Going to do a wee hike. Been to a castle. If you check out the Zpacks Duplex versus MLD Geomod video, I'm actually at the castle. I've got some drone footage. You can check out all that stuff. I've came away, there's a waterfall down there. I'm just doing another hike as part of this. I'm Scottish, stay in Scotland, and there's an ancient Caledonian pine forest just up here. So I'm 500 metres just up that way. So I'm going to crack on with my hike and get down the road for a wee Guinness. Thanks for watching. Cheerio.